and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, I'm going to be testing out a whole bunch of new makeup. I've got the new lashes from BK Beauty and Risa Does Makeup. I have the new KVD Good Apple Foundation. I've got the new NYX Fat Lip Drip Oil. And I have the new Berry Icy palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics. Let's get right to it. I'm gonna link everything down below in the description box. If you wanna check it out, go right ahead. Even the things that I use off camera, I'm gonna put in the description box. And if you enjoy this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you like makeup content, please. Isn't it the best feeling when you wash all of your brushes? Like, I can choose any brush I want and it's clean. How exciting is that? So I'm gonna start with my eyes. I've already primed my eyes with a Rare Beauty eye primer. I'm gonna be using the Berry Icy palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics. Let me give you a little scoop, a little rundown, if you will, on the palette while I throw up some swatches for you and some close-ups. The Berry Icy Shadow palette does retail for $45, but the day that I'm filming this, which is February 20th, it is on sale for $38, which is nice. It is an 18-pan palette with 6 duochrome shimmers and 12 mattes, cruelty-free and vegan, talc-free, mineral oil-free, paraben-free, and it says Berry Icy is filled with berry tones from icy blue hues to warm berry shades, giving you a perfect mix of both cool and warm tones. Our palettes are arranged in an organized format that is very beginner-friendly. Each column consists of 3 shadows that can be used to create one look. You can rearrange the shadows to your liking with our magnetic pans. There are some that are pressed pigments, which means they're not, quote, FDA approved for the eye area, so use at your own discretion. Pressed pigments don't personally bother my eyes, but just know that they're not really meant for the eye area. All right, let's get right to it. This palette looks so gorgeous. These freaking shimmers, man. I swatched some of them outside the other day and holy moly were they beautiful. And like I was saying in the description, I like how the columns really do correspond to create more of a monochromatic look. I love that. I might mix a couple of things together. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Pulpy, which is kind of a funky name, isn't it? Pulpy. I'm just gonna place this into the crease. At this moment that I'm filming this, I have not swatched the mattes or anything, so I have no idea what to expect. So I would say this shade does require a little bit of building up, but I am also using a pretty fluffy brush. But overall, it's getting there. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller blending brush. This one's from Blend Bunny. I'm gonna go into the shade Fruity up here, this more like muted purple, and I'm gonna place that a little bit lower in the crease. Oh, that's pretty. So yeah, since I'm using a smaller, like more densely packed blending brush, the color is showing up much more pigmented. I don't mind like a sheer wash in the upper part of my crease. I actually want that. That's really pretty. Looks a little more vibrant on the eyes than it does in the pan. I'm gonna take an even more dense brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Tart down here. This like super deep purple. I'm gonna place that in my outer corner. I'm actually gonna take another Blend Bunny blending brush and I'm gonna go back into Pulpy. I want that blue to be a little bit stronger, so I'm gonna actually take this and just kind of blend along the edge of the purple and try to see if I can put a little bit more of that blue in there. Of course, I'm gonna pop on some NYX glitter primer on my lid. I will say I like where the mattes got to. I think they were really easy to use. They weren't super pigmented to the point where they were hard to use or like hard to blend. They were really nice. I don't really have any complaints. Now with Shifty Shades, if you want the most impact, you want to put them on the most surface area as possible. So I'm just gonna take one of these shimmers to put all over my lid. I'm not sure if I want to do Berry Icy or Delicious. Berry Icy is more of a blue with the purpley pink duochrome, and Delicious is a purple with the blue. I think I want to do Berry Icy, this blue one, just to put a little more blue into it. That looks so pretty. Oh yeah. Wow, is that beautiful. Ooh, love it. Love it. And this is my favorite type of shimmer, where it's smooth, like it glides over the lid really nice and easily, almost like a traditional metallic, but it does have that little sparkle in it. It has that little extra reflect, and of course it has a shift. I don't love like super chunky, super textured metallics because they end up all over my face and they aren't like the most flattering. But I also don't like ones that are so smooth that they have like no shine to them. So this to me is like the perfect mixture of a sparkly shade while still being smooth. I love that. Very pretty. Okay, I just went off camera and I applied some of the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in Peach under my eyes. I'm ready for the foundation. So this is the KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. Now, I've not watched anyone's review of this, okay? Anytime I was watching a video and someone was reviewing this, I skipped through. But what I did hear is that the shades run pretty light. So I actually got the shade Medium 045. Now listen, I like to have my foundation darker than what my face is. Okay, because I just do, all right? And I'll bronze my neck. But this actually looks like it's gonna be a good shade match for me. I will tell you, when I first got this and I opened it up and I lifted the cap off, a piece of the cap broke, like the inside, a big chunk of plastic came out. So, you know, not the most sturdy packaging in terms of the top. It's pretty kind of cheap plastic, but the bottle itself is glass. It looks really pretty, like if you wanted to place it on your vanity or whatever. Let me give you just a little quick rundown of this. So it says it's a transfer-proof, extreme long wear foundation with a natural finish and a serum light feel. Covers everything from blemishes to acne scars, hyperpigmentation and discoloration. Best for combo to oily skin, sweat and humidity resistance. Blurs pores and keeps shine in check all day. Flexible elastomer pigments bend with your skin for a seamless finish. Comes in a luxe recyclable glass bottle with a pump that's designed to cut down on foundation waste. Non-comedogenic and flashback free, 100% vegan and cruelty free. Sounds great to me. This is exactly what I want. The only thing that would make it more perfect is if it was medium coverage, but I'll take full coverage. I'll take full coverage. Okay, so I'm gonna take my BK 101 foundation brush, a great foundation brush. I will, of course, link it down below. I'm just gonna take a pump of this on the back of my hand. Actually, looks a little dark. That's okay. That's okay. It's very, very, very liquidy. By the way, this does retail for $42. I got mine on Ulta. So I'm just gonna work this into the brush. It actually looks really dark. But you know what? For the summertime, it's gonna work good for me, I think. That is very full coverage. Okay, we're gonna spread it out. I have a lot of acne, so we're really gonna see what the coverage is like for me. By the way, I did already prep my skin with a moisturizer and my sunscreen, and I typically don't go in with an extra primer unless I feel like I need to, and today I really don't feel like I need to. And then the other thing about me, if you're new here, is I have normal to oily skin, but my skin is very, very, very sensitive and very acne prone. So I can tell within the first hour of applying a foundation if it's going to irritate my skin because I start to feel it, especially in my chin area. So I'm hoping that this is not going to really like break me out even more. Yeah, this color is way, way, way too dark for me, but we're just gonna look past that, okay? Maybe I'll wear a turtleneck today. And I will say, like, when I put it on versus a few moments later when it dries, it does seem to oxidize because I was putting it on over here and I brought it around here. And then when I came back around to this side, I noticed on this temple area, it had oxidized quite a bit. So this is probably gonna look better on me in the summertime than it will right now. Bring it around town.
Bring it around town.
So just upon initial application, I tried to do a thinner layer just so that I could get more of a medium coverage. And I would definitely say it's like a high medium coverage, but you could easily make it full coverage because like I said, I used a very, very, very thin layer, or I tried to. But it looks nice. I would definitely call this, I would say matte. It looks pretty matte right away. Not like cakey matte. There is still a little bit of shine to my skin, but it feels pretty darn matte. But it looks nice. It looks smooth on my skin. It looks good. I don't really have a major complaint. The color is a little deep, like I've said, but in a couple of months, I live in Florida, so in a couple of months, I'm gonna have a tan, most likely. So this shade, Medium 045, would be a good summer shade for me if you're around my skin tone, etc. So, okay, I'm not mad at it. I have to wear this foundation all day. Right now, what time is it? 10:17 a.m. I have to wear this all day. So we're gonna put it to the test. I don't know if I'm gonna come back on camera, but I will let you know how it works out. Okay, I just went off camera. I put on some concealer and I powdered my T-zone. Everything I used, I will put in the description box. But I went in front of my window over there across the room where my makeup desk is. And I would say I really like how this foundation looks. I think it looks really pretty. Really, really pretty. Makes my skin look way more smooth than it actually is. Because my skin's not smooth, let's be real. Next thing I want to use is this ColourPop bronzer. I did use the lightest shade of this in a recent video, which was Avila Beach, and I felt that it was too light for me. So I got the next shade up, which is Summerland Beach, but this looks super dark. Am I right? Like, I feel like they need to put a bronzer in between, but I think with this dark foundation, it might work. So I'm just gonna take this angled brush. I'm gonna go into this and just see how this works out for me. Yeah, see with this foundation, it works, but I would say it's very warm. It's kind of warmer than I like to go with my bronzer. I really prefer more of a neutral, but look, it's making my foundation match my neck. Yeah, I don't really love this. I kind of wish they had a shade in between. That was neutral, that would have been great. I do like this eyeshadow though. If you are a medium skin tone and you like a warm bronzer, you would probably like this, but it's a little orange for me personally. This I am so excited about. This is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush. Cloud Crush Blurring Blush. Cloud Crush Blurring Blush. I got mine in the shade Velvet Crush. The packaging of this looks absolutely beautiful, luxurious. It looks like a Gucci blush. Very retro looking. And then on the inside, beautiful embossing of the Too Faced logo. And it's scented, and I was smelling it. It reminds me, I want to say a bug spray, but in a good way. Like the good smelling bug spray. That's what it reminds me of. I hope that makes sense. Good smelling bug spray. It's an oxymoron. I did pick this up at Ulta and it does retail for $29. Okay, I have this like super fluffy blush brush. I'm gonna start with this because I just don't know how pigmented it's gonna be. I have a denser brush if I want to get a little more oomph. Tap this over. Very pretty. I think that's really beautiful. I wonder what the scent is supposed to be, because it's pretty strongly scented. Like I can smell it as I'm applying it to my cheeks. I don't presume it's gonna last very long, but if you're sensitive to fragrance, you probably wouldn't like this. I haven't made my mind up about it yet. I'm gonna keep using it and letting you know, but let me know what you think about it. All right, now I wanna try the NYX Fat Oil. Is it Fat Lip Drip Oil? I don't know. Their new lip oil. So excited to try this. When I saw that they were releasing one of these, I was down. I was like, sign me up, I'm ready. I got the shade Follow Back, and it's reminding me of the Fenty Gloss Bomb, which is what I compare every lip product to. This like peachy, warm pink with a little bit of reflect in there. It does remind me, it's a little more peach than the Gloss Bomb. And then I haven't even opened this yet or smelled it or anything. Ooh, has that Fat Daddy doe foot. I don't smell a scent. I'm gonna apply this without a lip liner first just to see what it looks like. There's a slight taste to it, but I can't really tell what it is. It's very subtle. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty much clear. I mean, I don't really see much of a tint, very slight, and I don't see the sparkles. It feels nice. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop lip oils where it's a little bit more on the thinner side, but not in a bad way. Not that it's gonna come off right away, but it's not like super thick coating like the Fenty lip oil is, for example. It feels nice. Feels nice. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. I'm going to apply a lip liner and then put this over the lip liner just because I want a little bit more definition to my lips. Okay, so I just applied ColourPop's BFF Lippy Pencil underneath the lip oil, and I think it looks really pretty. One thing I don't love about this, and this is a pet peeve of mine, it could just be a me thing with lip glosses or lip oils, when like not a lot of product comes out on the wand, where I have to dip in a few times and like it's kind of draggy on my lips. So I just wish a little more product would come out onto the applicator. That's my only complaint, but I think it feels nice. I'm not like head over heels in love with it, but I think it's nice. Let's finish up the lower lash line with the Berry Icy palette. I'm gonna go in with this flat definer brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Cranberry, which is this like brown color. I'm gonna smudge this on my lower lash line. Very pigmented, wow. And it looks a little more like it's called Cranberry on the eyes, not as brown as I expected it to be. Very pretty. I'm gonna take a Blend Bunny pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Fruity, this purple, and I'm just gonna smudge that out. I'm gonna take a little fluffy brush from Alamar. I'm gonna go into Fruity, that same purple shade, but this is just a little more of a diffused brush to just give a little more blending. And I think for my inner corner, I like something very bright, and there's nothing really in here that's gonna give me a super bright inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna pop on a matte white into my inner corner, probably just from the Blend Bunny Blends palette. And while I'm at it off camera, I am going to apply one of these pairs of lashes from BK Beauty and Risa Does Makeup. I think I want to do Day Club because it's a little more of that wispier type of look, but it still looks dramatic enough to go with this look. I think I'm going to do that. By the way, I do have a code with BK Beauty. It is Rachel10 if you want to save 10% off your order. I don't get a commission from that. It's not affiliated, but you get 10% if you do want to use it. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm just gonna kind of finish up, add these lashes, add the last finishing touches, get my hair together, and I will come back and show you the final look. All right, I am back, and this is the finished look. What do you think? I love this eye look. I love it. I think it's so, so beautiful. I'm just gonna go into the my thoughts portion of the video. This eye look, I did a look similar to this with the ColourPop Aurora Struck palette. This is what I was hoping I would get from that palette. The mattes look absolutely beautiful. They were really easy to use. They weren't overly pigmented, but I did get them there. And this shimmer on the lid is, like I've already said, smooth yet sparkly. I'm so excited to continue to use this. I also love, like when I first saw the palette, I thought it was really just like a blue and a purple side. But if you look deeper, like there is a lot you can do with this palette. There is a lot of variety in here. I'm so excited to use this. Again, I have to continue to use this before I give you my full thoughts, my full opinions, but just upon my initial first use, love. And then I also went off camera and added the Day Club lashes from BK Beauty and Risa Does Makeup, and I love these lashes. They are giving me like Ardell Wispy, but wispier, more dimensional, and I like Ardell Wispies, but obviously they're at a very low price point. They feel somewhat flimsy and cheap. I do try to use them, 2 or 3 times, but I find that they're so lightweight that they don't actually really form to my eye. And these were way easier to apply than an Ardell Wispy, but they do have a clear band like an Ardell Wispy. I like how long and fluffy they are, but they're still wispy enough that you can see my eyeshadow that I worked so hard on. That is so beautiful. So I love that. I love it. I love the lashes. Of course, going to continue to use them, let you know how they hold up over time. And I have these other 2 as well that I'm going to continue to use. Another thing that I really truly love from this, just upon first application, I haven't worn it for more than an hour now, but it has been on my skin for an hour, this foundation. I think it looks beautiful. I have very textured skin. I have a lot of acne, and I feel like this actually smoothed out my skin. I have not found a foundation that does that as of yet. And like I said, I've had this on for an hour and I can usually tell within the first hour if it's going to irritate my skin. I don't feel like my skin is starting to get acne, that under the skin pain that I do feel from a lot of foundations right away. I don't feel with this. I think it looks beautiful. Is the color a little dark and a little orange for me? Yes. Do I care? No, I don't. Because as the year goes on, I'm gonna get more of a tan and it will end up matching me. So far impressed with this foundation. I will continue to use it, of course, and put it in a speed reviews in the future. The other 3 products, kind of my thoughts are they're good, but they're not like blowing me away right off the bat. The lip oil, it's pretty. It looks more like a gloss. It's been on my lips for about 45 minutes now. It's still there, but I wouldn't call it like extremely hydrating. This isn't like a lip treatment type of thing. It's more of like a thicker gloss, if you will. This color is a little warm, but with this foundation, it does end up working out. So like I said, if you are medium skin tone, you like a warm bronzer, you would probably like this. I like the formula of these bronzers. They're really easy to blend. They're a matte formula, which I prefer. And then this bug spray scented blush, I don't know what it's supposed to smell like, but anyway, I like this. I don't think it's like the best blush I've ever worn. Actually, I feel like I need to add more. I'm gonna add more with this more dense brush. It's a matte blush, but it also has like a shifty look. I do like the color though. There we go. That's a little bit better now that I've added more. I don't have a highlighter on, and I don't know if you can tell, there is like a little bit of a, I don't want to say glow, but it's almost like a not shiny shift highlighter situation. So I don't know. I'm going to continue to use this. Do I think it's worth the price, like the $29 price? For me personally, probably not. The packaging is gorgeous, but you would have to make that call on your own if that's worth it for you. All right, and that is it for this testing new makeup video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know, have you tried any of these products? What are your thoughts on them? Or if you haven't tried them, let me know how you think it turned out on my face. And are they things that you're interested in, or have you never even heard of these things? Let me know down in the comments. I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.